Welcome to Millennium News Hour. I am Tanzee Banauri. In today's bulletin, we will present top and trending news from across the nation and the world. Let's begin with the headlines of the day. Henry Kissinger, Nobel Prize-winning warmonger, has died at age 100. Blinken urges Israel to comply with international law and spare civilians in war against Hamas. An appeals court reinstates gag order that barred Trump from maligning court staff in NY fraud trial. Trump doubles down, saying Obamacare sucks and must be replaced. US says Indian government official directed plot to assassinate Sikh activist. Thousands of fake Facebook accounts shut down by Meta were primed to polarize voters ahead of 2024. Israel-Hamas extend Gaza truce by a day. Iran sends a hip-hop artist who rapped about hijab protests back to jail. Pakistan police arrest 4 men in the death of a woman after a photo with her boyfriend went viral. Kim's sister rejects US offer of dialogue with North Korea and vows more satellite launches. "13 die in hostile fire in Kazakhstan," local authorities say. Cristiano Ronaldo sued for $1 billion after promoting NFTs from crypto exchange Binance. And Uganda edge out Zimbabwe to qualify for ICC T20 World Cup 2024. You were listening to headlines, now news in detail. Few Nobel Peace Prize winners are called warmongers, but the gravely voiced, enigmatic diplomat Henry Kissinger was. The contradictions of Kissinger, who died on Wednesday at home in Connecticut at age 100, do not end there. An academic who became a celebrity, Kissinger was a Jewish teenager who fled the Nazis, a self-confessed secret swinger who dated pin-ups, a Machiavellian advisor to United States presidents who changed the course of history, and a workaholic who remained active beyond his last birthday. The debate about whether the former US Secretary of State was a brainy advisor or a merciless hulk is not likely to reach a conclusion anytime soon. He served in the role under 2 presidents, Richard Nixon and Gerald Ford, both Republicans. Kissinger's work on the diplomatic opening of China to the US, landmark US-Soviet arms deals, and peacemaking between Israelis and Arabs are not disputed. However, his role in the Vietnam War and his support for anti-communist dictatorships, particularly in Latin America, remain divisive. In 2021, at the age of 98, Kissinger co-authored a book on artificial intelligence with former Google CEO Eric Schmidt and MIT computer scientist Daniel Huttenlocher. US Secretary of State Antony Blinken on Thursday stepped up calls for Israel to comply with international law and spare civilians as it wages its war against Hamas in Gaza. On his 3rd trip to the Middle East since the war began on October 7, Blinken said the US remains committed to supporting Israel's right to self-defense. But he also said it is imperative that Israel protect civilians if it starts major military operations in southern Gaza. His message aligns with the Biden administration's shifting rhetoric on the war, which began as a full-throated embrace of Israel's response to the Hamas attacks but gradually tempered as the number of Palestinian civilian casualties began to rise dramatically. The death toll and scale of destruction has prompted widespread international criticism, including from members of President Joe Biden's Democratic Party. Meeting in Jerusalem just hours after Israel and Hamas agreed at the last minute to a third extension of a ceasefire agreement under which Israel has paused most military activity in return for the release of hostages held by Hamas. Blinken assured Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu that he could count on US support. A New York appeals court Thursday reinstated a gag order that barred Donald Trump from commenting about court personnel after he continually disparaged a law clerk in his New York civil fraud trial. The one-sentence decision from a four-judge panel came 2 weeks after an individual appellate judge had put the order on hold while the appeals process played out. Trial Judge Arthur Engoron, who imposed the gag order, said he now planned to enforce it rigorously and vigorously. Trump attorney Christopher Kise called it a tragic day for the rule of law. Engoron imposed the initial gag order October 3 after Trump posted a derogatory comment about the judge's law clerk to social media. The post, which included a baseless allegation about the clerk's personal life, came the second day of the trial in New York Attorney General Letitia James' lawsuit. James' lawsuit alleges Trump exaggerated his wealth on financial statements used to secure loans and make deals. Trump denies any wrongdoing. The former president, now the front-runner for the Republican 2024 presidential nomination, contends the lawsuit is a political attack by James, a Democrat. Even as his party has backed away from the issue, Donald Trump is doubling down on his calls to replace the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare, if he is elected president again. I don't want to terminate Obamacare. I want to replace it with much better health care. Obamacare sucks, Trump said in a pair of late-night posts on social media. Trump promised much better health care than Obamacare for the American people, although he hasn't offered a replacement plan. The former president made a similar promise in 2016. The following year, he endorsed a Republican-led bill to undo a substantial portion of the law, repealing the ACA's subsidy extensions and regulations in an attempt to lower costs on the open market. The non-partisan Congressional Budget Office projected that it would have rescinded insurance coverage for about 23 million people. It also threatened protections for pre-existing conditions. It fell short in Congress, as did his effort to get the Supreme Court to invalidate the law. Republicans have abandoned plans to repeal Obamacare in the years since, but they have repeatedly struggled to craft alternatives that achieve the coverage extensions and consumer protections under the 2010 law, which was unpopular when Democrats first passed it and became popular as the GOP tried to nix it in 2017. Authorities in the United States have said that an Indian government official directed a failed plot to assassinate a Sikh separatist on US soil, as they announced charges against a man accused of orchestrating the attempted murder. On Wednesday, federal prosecutors said that Nikhil Gupta, a 52-year-old Indian man, had worked with an Indian government intelligence and security worker in a clandestine effort to kill a Sikh activist in New York. Prosecutors did not name the Indian official or the target, but described the target as a critic of the Indian government and an advocate for an independent Sikh state in the Punjab region, home to a large number of Sikhs and once the site of a movement to create Khalistan, a Sikh homeland independent from India. Gupta was arrested by Czech authorities in June and is awaiting extradition. The defendant conspired from India to assassinate right here in New York City, a U.S. citizen of Indian origin who has publicly advocated for the establishment of a sovereign state for Sikhs, said Damian Williams, the top federal prosecutors in Manhattan. Prosecutors said that Gupta allegedly planned to pay an assassin $100,000 to carry out the killing. The charges have come a week after a senior member of the administration of President Joe Biden said that the US had thwarted a plot to kill a Sikh separatist in the US, and 2 months after Canadian authorities accused the Indian government of involvement in the assassination of a Sikh activist in Canada. Someone in China created thousands of fake social media accounts designed to appear to be from Americans and used them to spread polarizing political content in an apparent effort to divide the US ahead of next year's elections, Meta said Thursday. The network of nearly 4,800 fake accounts was attempting to build an audience when it was identified and eliminated Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. Henry Kissinger, Nobel Prize-winning warmonger, has died at age 100. Blinken urges Israel to comply with international law and spare civilians in war against Hamas. An appeals court reinstates gag order that barred Trump from maligning court staff in NY fraud trial. Trump doubles down, saying Obamacare sucks and must be replaced. US says Indian government official directed plot to assassinate Sikh activist. Thousands of fake Facebook accounts shut down by Meta were primed to polarize voters ahead of 2024. Israel-Hamas extend Gaza truce by a day. Iran sends a hip-hop artist who rapped about hijab protests back to jail. Pakistan police arrest 4 men in the death of a woman after a photo with her boyfriend went viral. Kim's sister rejects US offer of dialogue with North Korea and vows more satellite launches. "13 die in hostel fire in Kazakhstan," local authorities say. Cristiano Ronaldo sued for $1 billion after promoting NFTs from crypto exchange Binance. And Uganda edge out Zimbabwe to qualify for ICC T20 World Cup 2024. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our website. Our website address is www.millenniumnews24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all at TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jadoo TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.